It's quite difficult to imagine why Kingdom Hearts as a series is successful. After all, the premise for the game is rather unique, being a glorified Disneyland with Final Fantasy characters thrown into the mix. Why exactly has the game with Cloud Strife and Mickey Mouse fighting alongside each other become one of Square's most anticipated and successful franchises? Let's dive right in and see the history and success of Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts began as a very humble idea with Square employee Shinji Hashimoto wanting to create a platforming RPG similar in design and gameplay to the popular game by Nintendo, Super Mario 64. While executives believed the idea was an interesting one, Square felt that they had to create a mascot character as popular and recognizable as the Italian plumber, something they themselves could not provide at that point in time. Because of this, Hashimoto was tasked with finding a way of having a popular franchise or franchises to agree on working with him and participate with the project. Luck had it that Hashimoto would meet a Disney executive in an elevator as they were both on their way to work. You see, at this certain point of time, both Disney and Square shared the same building, often causing more than a few interactions between the companies. Hashimoto saw this chance, and took it believing that Disney was going to be the savior of his dream, bringing it back to life. And, lucky for him, they loved it. This meeting prompted a partnership between the two, with Disney offering nearly full access to the characters and franchises, and Square given full freedom for the plot and writing. Disney's inclusion proved to be a rather important one, as all Square wanted in order to make Hashimoto's plan a reality was a mascot as easily recognizable as Mario, and with Disney, they were given multiple. Not only would this intrigue their target audience being children, but it would also interest older audiences, as they would be able to play a game that involves a lot of the movies they grew up with. With this idea set by Hashimoto and Disney's cooperation, Square provided a team of talented artists, composers, and a young Tetsuya Nomura to be the lead director and character designer, with production officially beginning in the year 2000 under the name Kingdom Hearts. Originally, the story was going to have a much more different approach than what we received in the final product, with earlier drawings of the lead character Sora being more of a humanoid lion type of character, wielding a much different type of weapon over the iconic Keyblade. The story was going to be a much more lighthearted and easier to understand type of game, meant for children. That was until Final Fantasy veteran and grandfather of the series, Hironobu Sakaguchi, told Nomura to not appeal to the younger demographic and make a story easy enough for kids to understand, but deep enough for older players to become engaged in. Although not playing a major role, Sakaguchi's small recommendation to Nomura stuck with him, and helped him create a series involving those of the forces of darkness and those of light. Although the story initially has a very normal setup for any other Final Fantasy game, each entry always gives more backstory to each side, showing that the forces of light are not always correct in their choices, and neither are the forces of darkness all inherently evil. This type of storytelling is very reminiscent of Disney movies and the lessons that they teach children. With the game now slated for a March 28, 2002 release, the general consensus about the game within the company was that nobody quite knew how the game was going to sell, or how it was going to be received. Even the release of the mainline game Final Fantasy X made it seem like Kingdom Hearts was going to remain in its shadow forever. To the surprise of many, Kingdom Hearts was held with much anticipation, almost as much as a mainline Final Fantasy game. The ironic thing about this was that since the game was so weird, the developers were worried about the reception, but it's because it was weird that people even decided to look at it in the first place. The mere idea of being able to explore Disney worlds made by the creators of Final Fantasy interested not just consumers of Japan, but consumers in America as well, prompting a localization in English and in multiple languages. While many decided to play the game out of curiosity, many more stayed and remained faithful to the series even to this day, as the series is now celebrating its 15th year anniversary. It's been a long 15 years full of ups and downs, plot holes, friendships, betrayals, power, and love, but it's one that I and many fans will gladly continue to traverse. Walt Disney once said, "It's kind of fun to do the impossible." And to me, that is what makes Disney so special for me. Whether you're a fan of their movies, their cartoons, or in love with their parks, you know that Disney has an unmatched charm that keeps you coming back. Something that I feel Kingdom Hearts captured perfectly. All the way from its humble beginnings, all the way to its high status now. Kingdom Hearts is a series that will always have a special place in my heart, as I adore its characters who mature with every entry, its story, even as convoluted as it may get, and the gameplay, which only improves with each game. I eagerly await the release of Kingdom Hearts 3, to see the conclusion of the longest and most developed arc of the series. But I'm also excited to see what comes after Kingdom Hearts 3, to see what new story elements are going to be added, what new characters are going to be thrown in. All of that, I'm excited to see it. Kingdom Hearts is a series that has always drawn me, and no matter the entry, no matter the console that it's on, no matter what platform it will be released on, I will always be there to see what happens, to continue my journey with Sora, Donald, and Goofy.